Yo, shout out to everybody here in the building. Welcome to the latest installment of Coffee and Convo. I am your host, Graphk Raider, man. Shout out to every single person already here in the building. Day 2 of free agency, the tampering period. We already went out and got a high level wide receiver 2 with Jakobi Meyers. I got to tell everybody real quick, man. I woke up late. My son was sick last night again, so I was kind of up and couldn't really sleep. But I have to say this, okay? To know that we locked down quarterback 1 and wide receiver 2 pretty much in day 1 and day 2 back-to-back, 2 guys that are very familiar with what Josh McDaniels wants to do, I'm good with this. You guys, we have a full draft upon us, 11 picks and potentially more in a very, very defensive heavy draft. I am okay with locking down your wide receiver 2 and your quarterback 1 in free agency. There's no reason for anybody to be trying to jump out a window, jump off a roof, any of that other shit. There's still plenty of players defensively available in free agency. We still have money at our disposal, and we're going to free up more. We're going to go probably restructure Colton Miller, restructure a few other guys. I'm telling you now, there is no reason to panic at all. This is a heavy defensive draft. These guys know what they're doing. I see everybody freaking out. What are we doing? Don't get me wrong. The last thing I thought was we're going to go out and pay a Jakobi Meyers to come to Vegas. But the dude can play at a high level. He's only 27 years old. There's rumblings now that we may move on from Hunter Renfrow by Friday. I think it's the 3rd day of the NFL year that we would have to move on from him to free up some money from that contract or so on and so forth. Don't quote me on that. But if we do move on from him, we just got a great slot receiver with Jakobi Meyers that knows the system, can move inside and out. And a guy that rarely fumbles the ball, you guys. We have to stop acting as though Renfrow hasn't fumbled, I believe, 11 times in his career. So at the end of the day, we can eliminate the whole wide receiver room. We're good. We are good. And we may even keep Hunter Renfrow, you guys. This may be, the Julian Edelman, the duo that they used to have in New England. This may be what Josh McDaniels was trying to do. You know what I mean? Jakobi, Hunter Renfrow, Waller, and Devontae Adams. Come on, man. I'm not stressing about anything. This offense just got better. So I'm not tripping. At all. We still have plenty of room, plenty of money to bring in some other guys. There is still some very interesting guys out there on the board. And we got Jakobi for $11 million a season, you guys. At the beginning of free agency, people were saying he would potentially get $17 to $20 million. That lets you know the wide receiver class in free agency are pretty much getting lowballed at this point, and I'm cool with it. 3 years, $33 million deal, only $21 million guaranteed. This is a great deal for both parties. It works. I'm okay with this. We have literally, and this depends on what Jimmy G looks like. But I'm talking about possession players, skill players, right? Not possession players, skill players. We have the best in the AFC West. I don't care what anybody says. Devontae, Jakobi, Hunter, Josh, Waller. Dude, this is insane. Our skill players are, bar none, the best in the AFC West. So, Jimmy G has a lot to work with moving forward. Shout to Christian Scout saying Renfrow is out of here. Agree. I mean, look, there was rumblings about him being out of here, Christian, even before this pickup. You know what I'm saying? He had a down year, last year. He dealt with some injuries and he wasn't the same player. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this regime trusts that he can stay healthy. I don't know if they trust that Renfrow can stop with the fumbling. I don't know. But I'll say this. He's still a Raider right now. He could be a key piece to moving up to number 3 with Arizona. I don't know. Or we could potentially use him to move up with another team and maybe even take a defensive player if Jalen Carter is on the board. And, Arizona's there at 3. We could surprise some people and say, you know what, we want to go up to 3 and make people think we're gonna get a quarterback and go up and get Jalen Carter. But Whatever happens, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Renfro was not the same player he was last year. I don't know how he fits with this team moving forward. So if he's out of here, he's out of here. It is what it is. But I love the pickup with Jakobi Meyers. Shout out to Dinah. Trust the process. Jimmy G 5-2 in the playoffs. DC 4 0-1. Jakobi Meyers. Damn. Hey, man. And this is a guy that gave us one of those wins last year, y'all. He gave us one of those wins, Dinah. You know, through that great pass to Chandler Jones to win us a game. You know what I mean? So, you know, he was already helping the Raiders last season. Why not bring him over already? You know what I mean? It just makes all the sense in the world. Shout out to Max. I'm having an anxiety attack, Graphk. Coffee and your reassurance is only keeping me from hyperventilating. Shout out to you, Max. Do not stress, brother. I'm telling you now, this is a great pickup, a true wide receiver too. This isn't a Mac Hollins type of deal. And Mac Hollins looked really good for us last year, but he had trouble running routes. You know what I mean? This guy, if you go back and look at the tape, like he struggled with the route running last season. Had made some made a few great catches that, really against Tennessee. You know what I mean? But Mac Hollins is a glorified special teams ace that ended up playing above his pay grade last season for us. He is a true number 2 wide receiver now, you guys. We have a true wide receiver too. Don't stress, Max. It's all right, man. Shout out to my dog, Rube. She said yes. Gonna be a great year. Win, lose, or tie. Raider Nation till I die. We making moves today. I can feel it in my bones. Man, congratulations to you, Rube. I thought about you and your potential, your fiance now last night, man. And I was hoping that would work out for you, bro. Shout out to Rube, man, to you and your new fiance, your Raiderette, man. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing, Rube. Shout out to you and yours, man. Congratulations, King. Let me see. Yeah, Philip. Yep. Renfro's contract is guaranteed this year if he's not moved by Friday per his contract. There you go. There you go. No mayonnaise in my coffee, you guys. No mayonnaise. We got Jimmy G. It looks as though he is no longer an option at the quarterback position. So my coffee is regular and it is black. Straight up. Just black. Brian, we have to stop with this, man. We're not the only team that does this. Like, let's just keep this shit a buck, you guys. Like, Gus Bradley became the defensive coordinator, went and got Brandon Facyson, winning, you know what I mean? Like, bro, winning, like, let's stop. When they got Hayward, like, we got to stop doing this. This happens year in and year out with coaches. They go out and get their guys. I don't want to hear the Las Vegas Patriots or, you know what I mean, the New England Raiders. Let's stop with that narrative. Let's kill that now. This regime is doing what every other regime would do. Going out and getting their guys. Look at the Jets. They're looking at bringing in Alan Lazard right now. They're looking at bringing in Randall Cobb to go get, Aaron Rodgers. Like, let's stop. This happens year in and year out. You know what I mean? We got to stop with that. We are not the Las Vegas Patriots. Yes, we have Carmen Barcelo. Yes, we have Zeke and Josh McDaniels. But if you look at the players, we don't have that many former Patriots. Yeah, Chandler Jones. Yes, Jimmy G now and Jakobi Meyers. But there's not a million of them. Deron Harmon's a free agent. Let's chill. Let's chill. Wayne, I agree with you, bro. This is a phenomenal pickup, especially for that price tag. It's crazy. For that price tag, 3 years, 33 mil. People thought this man was going to get north of 17 million a year because the wide receiver market is so dry. Let me see. The defense is going to be okay, you guys. We're going to be okay. I keep saying we have a full head of hair in this draft. Nope. I got to talk about hair as much as I can because my bald ass can't grow it. We have a full head of hair in this draft, meaning 11 picks that can potentially turn into 12, 13, 14. You know what I'm saying? We can get more. Somebody's going to knock on my damn door when I'm live. We're going to be okay. This is a heavy defensive class, some really good linebackers, some great corners. There's a few defensive tackles, but there's still some in free agency that we can target as well, you guys. So I'm telling you, we're going to be okay, man. We are going to be okay. My brother Intel, man, I appreciate you, bro, so much, man. Thank you, man. And a majority of the proceeds today are going to St. Jude's, my brother. So you definitely helped our cause today, my brother. Thank you so much. I know St. Jude's is going to be happy as hell the end of this week, man, when we get to send them some bread, man. Shout out to you, Intel, my brother, for so much, for always supporting the cause, man. That means a lot to me, man. Hunter Burger, man. Thank you, Intel. Shout out to Corrigan as well. Another 5-piece for them kids. One love, Docs, for the work you do for St. Jude's. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much as well to my dog Corrigan. Also, man, Intel, Corrigan, everybody's shooting the donations. Once again, the majority of the proceeds are going to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital this week. So shout out to you guys, man, for always supporting what we're doing. Jay, yeah, watch for the trade back to get extra picks if not trading up for a quarterback. I can see that. It would be great to move back to that 11 to 14 range and go get Cansey, go get Kalijah out of pick, go get your defensive tackle of the future right there. And then you have potentially another second-round pick because of the trade back where you can get Emmanuel Forbes and maybe even double dip at corner or get one of those linebackers. So we're going to be fine, you guys. We are going to attack the defense. It's just patience. Did we not see what happened yesterday, you guys? These defensive guys got paid like crazy money. I don't think we wanted anything to do with that. These guys were getting, look at Javon Hargrave's deal, $20 million a year. You know what I mean? Look at Dalvin Tomlinson's deal, you guys. I was hurt that they went and got him, but $14.2 million a year? That is crazy. I'm not paying that for Dalvin Tomlinson, a guy that can stop the run and not really play, you know what I mean, get to the quarterback like that. Don't overpay in free agency for these defensive guys. It's just too much. It's way too much. Shout out to Solo Man, my dog. I wouldn't mind a DT Shelby Harris type signing. I would love that. But, you know, we'll probably bring back Billings. I don't know what we're doing with Bilal Nichols at this point. You know what I'm saying? We still have Matthew Butler, Neil Farrell. You know what I mean? Two guys that we need to see that we just drafted last season. We got to see what they're going to do. You know what I mean? But you don't want to overpay a defensive tackle, especially with Dalvin Tomlinson. Bro, Cleveland looked crazy yesterday paying that kind of money for Dalvin Tomlinson. 14.2 a season? Crazy. Shout out to my dog, Anthony Bolden Jr., man. I appreciate you, bro, for becoming a member of the channel. The membership link is in the comment section, you guys. If you guys want to become a member, one of the best ways to support the channel. I appreciate you, Ant, my dog, man. Shout out to LM as well. St. Jude, homie. Raiders all day. My boy right here, man. I appreciate you, King. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, for a nose tackle, John, $14.2 million. That is crazy. X, I'm with you on this. Now pay Josh. Pay him. Get that out the way. Let me see. Richard, I haven't heard anything on that front yet. We're about to sign Kazir White. Okay, Chris is saying it too. Hardy's saying, I have not seen anything stating that. Let me see. Like them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. Shout out to Ant, man. Been watching for a minute. Finally got the funds to support 916 all day. Keep up the good work. Shout out to my Kings last night, too. Played a hell of a game against the best team in the NBA, the Milwaukee Bucks. We let it go at the end of the game. But we're going to bounce back, man. We are ready and prepared for the playoffs. Shout out to my Sacramento Kings, man. Light the beam. Mike, man, Docs. Coward said that this morning that Garoppolo was a good pickup for the Raiders. Now let's go build that defense up. Everybody's saying it's a good pickup except for the Raider fans. Everybody's saying it's a really good pickup for us except for us. Mike, so look, I don't really agree with Colin a lot, but I have to agree with him. This is a great pickup. Shout out to Charlie Woods. I'd rather draft a beast than overpay a mid. There you go. Facts, bro. Facts. Shout out to Omar. This is just the Raiders planning on paying future contracts with hope and bubblegum. Does Jacoby play corner? Just asking. Well, I'll say this. So it feels good from my point of things, right? Going into the draft, knowing that quarterback 1 and wide receiver 2 are no longer in need. So at the end of the day, you know, I'm not worried about this. I don't think that we're playing with hopes and bubblegum. I think that we're doing it the right way. I think that we're allowing free agency to come to us. We're not setting the market. We're letting the market come to us. So I'm not stressed about this. And there's probably going to be another surprise player here shortly on the defensive side of the ball that's going to be probably coming our way. You know what I mean? Whether that's James Bradbury or if it's another guy, a defensive tackle, there's going to be even more a salary cap casualty shortly as well, you guys. So just keep an eye. Like what we see in free agency, there might be more soon. Shout out to Ben Bad, man, my boy, man. Appreciate you on a $10 donation, King. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much. Shout out to Nate, my dog going crazy. Imagine surprise blockbuster trade for Aaron Donald. I don't know if we had that kind of money, Nate, but that would be great. I think, though, that Aaron Donald would probably retire before he went anywhere else. You know what I mean? But that would be phenomenal if we could somehow, some way swing Aaron Donald in between Max and Chandler. It wouldn't even be fair. It really wouldn't even be fair. Shout out to my boy Rube once again, man. Raiders fans need to remember how many times we shot ourselves in the foot. Go back and look how many times the receivers had their hands up and not knowing the plays. Exactly, Rube. This is what you get from watching tape and watching film consistently. Exactly. Hunter Renfrow running into Devontae Adams and, Mac Hollins looking like all he can do is pretty much run a 9 route. Like, these guys struggled mightily last year. That's facts. Renfrow literally tackled Devontae. Exactly, bro. Exactly. That's why I'm not stressed about this, man. You guys have to remember that Josh McDaniels, this was the number 1 wide receiver in that system with Mac Jones. I believe he had like 700-800 yards receiving that year. You know what I mean? He outshined even, our former guy. You know what I'm saying? Like our former wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? Nelson Aguilar. You know what I mean? This guy knows the system. He knows exactly what Josh McDaniels wants out of his wide receivers. So I'm here for it, especially at only $11 million a year and $22 million guaranteed. Yeah, Mac dropped a lot. Easy. Facts, trader. Facts. Let me see. I was expecting a defensive star signing. Well, you can still expect one. It's still early. It's still early. Not going to lie. As it settled, it's not a great move. It's mediocre with mid payoff, but super beneficial for what needs to happen. Talk that shit, bro. Talk, bro. Myers jersey coming soon. Let's get it. It's still early. It's literally the second day in the tampering period, you guys. The second day in the tampering period. There's no reason to stress about anything. We have our QB1 and wide receiver 2 already. 2 starters. We didn't go out and get, we did get a few guys, you know what I'm saying? And we'll talk about the pickups that we got yesterday, safety, Epps from Philadelphia. You know what I mean? We'll talk about bringing back Brandon Faison, a rotational corner, not a guy that's going to start for you. I believe he only started, I think he started in 4 games for Indianapolis this last season. So we got some corner help, which is depth, because we needed one. You know what I mean? Most of our corners are free agents at this point. I think the only corners that we have that's under contract, and don't quote me on this, but isn't it just Nate Hobbs and Amik of one more year on his deal? Like every corner that we have pretty much at this point are free agents. So it's good to go get some depth. Brandon Faison was a good pickup. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Epps was a good pickup. For those who don't know, Marcus Epps played all 17 games and started in all 17 games for that stout defense in Philadelphia. Also started in 3 postseason games, Super Bowl, playoffs. So this is the starter that played for a high-end defense in Philadelphia. I love it. Yeah, shout to Ray, man. I say Mike Epps all the time, bro. Facts. Marcus Epps. Shout out to Corrigan once again, man. In your opinion, do we pick up a casualty, backup quarterback, or draft one? You know what? I was going to do a snippet video on this, just a quick hit video, but why not talk about it? We'll talk about it. Give me a second, Corrigan, and I'll definitely get to that. But I do think that we'll probably draft a quarterback unless they really believe in Garbers to be that third option at the quarterback, position. But a guy to keep an eye on, right? For those, I think a lot of people kind of forgot that we picked up, Scott Turner from the Commanders. There's a guy out there, Tyler Heineke, that we could potentially look at bringing in. I think he's 29, 30 years old, has some starter experience in this league because of the connection to Scott Turner. He's going to be helping, on the offensive side of the ball with us. He's a new hire for those who don't know. We may go think about Tyler Heineke. He'll be an inexpensive deal. Way cheaper than what Stiddy got with Denver, 2 years, $10 million. It won't cost anywhere near that. But the guy has starter experience in the NFL. So I'd be shocked because of the Scott Turner connection to Heineke. I could see that happening. Raider Nation, I know it's been a while, but let's come together and support this office. The nation is never scared. Talk that shit, my brother. Shout out to Raider Man. Shout out to Joe Nation as well. Graphk, looks like we're sewing up the offense. Exactly. 100%. They're going to focus on the defense. I'm okay with that. Zeeg is not overpaying. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. I love it. Oh, Heineke got signed? Oh, damn, I didn't see that. Where'd he go? To the Falcons? Oh, well, there goes my plug. So, hey, maybe we go get someone else. I don't know. Maybe go get someone else. Oh, Tyler Hall is under contract too, I believe, right? I think we signed him to a 1-year extension as well. So that's another corner that I believe we have on another 1-year deal. The GOAT, Tyler Hall. The GOAT. Damn, Heineke's off the board, huh? So Atlanta went and got him? Huh. Okay. Well, the connection was there. Shout out to Chuck. Seahawks just released Quentin Jefferson. How you feel about bringing him back on a cheap deal, Graphk? He played well with Max a couple years ago. To me, that's a Band-Aid, Chuck. Like, I like Quentin Jefferson. He played pretty well for us. But we had some really bad defensive lines for a long time that with him, Solomon Thomas, and those guys, it made it in Darius Fallon, it made it look like we had a good defensive line when we had just an okay defensive line. I want to go get a guy that can start for us for years. Go get your defensive tackle in the draft. You know what I mean? Whether that's Cansey or if you believe that Tully can play, DT at the next level, which I think he'll be more of a defensive end, kind of an edge rusher. You know what I'm saying? But there's still some guys in this draft, and maybe Jalen Carter falls to us at 7, you guys. Maybe he falls. I don't know. But maybe we trade up to go get him. But I still think we're looking at getting our defensive tackle of the future, a younger guy. Quentin Jefferson's getting up there in age. I'm good off Q. Shout out to Q, though. Shout out to Max as well. Tyler Heineke signed with Atlanta this morning. Yeah, so off the table. Damn. Heineke got $20 million from the Falcons? Wow. Well, they got to spend that money somewhere. They got all that money for a reason. That's crazy. $20 million. But he's a starter in this league. He has starter experience. So it makes sense for the Falcons. If Desmond Ridder just doesn't show up at all and he's not the guy, they can bring him in, you know what I mean, and have him play, like I said, starter experience in the league. Shout out to Pace. We have a lot of holes on the defense, but it's not like we had no holes on the offense. We're trying to build a good team, which includes wide receiver 2 and quarterback and guard and right tackle to come in, obviously defense. Facts, Pacian. Love the optimism. Love the positivity, my brother. We're going to be okay. There's still plenty of time to go out and fill in these holes in free agency and attack the draft defensively. Shout out to Gio, my dog, man. St. Jude's Day 2. Loved Mike Epps on Friday. I love him on Sunday too. That's funny, man. Marcus Epps, Gio, and I appreciate you on the donation. Shout out to the 741 people in the building. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. We're 45 away from 18K. From 18K, man. So let's try and get there today, you guys. We need 45 subscribers to hit that 18K threshold. Shout out to you guys. Without you guys, it's not even possible, man. I appreciate every single one of you. I'm still shocked that Tyler Heineke went to the Falcons. The nation's own. As questionable as this regime's decision can be, we can't deny McDaniel's ability to develop his own quarterbacks. What other head coaches or OCs in the last 20 years has had as many quarterbacks to start games. This is facts, nation's own. This guy has had a plethora of guys starting at the quarterback position and pretty much getting the best out of them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Jacoby Brissett. Didn't he have Castle as well? Tom Brady, the greatest of all time. Jimmy G, Cam Newton, Mac Jones. The list goes on. I mean, there's so many. So yeah, I stid him at this point now. Derek Carr. So look, and that's one of the only guys he didn't get the best out of. Thank you, Gramps. Thank you so much. Sweet grandmother coming through to give me the rest of the coffee. Thank you. But Nation's Own, I agree with you. Shout out to Junior, man. Bucky's got lucky yesterday. We be ready for him in the finals. Light the beam. Hopefully the Raiders get the defensive help today. Shout out to my dog, Junior, man. That was a great game last night, too. We were up by like 15, 16 at one point, and then, that the number one defense took control of that, even though we still put up over 120 points yesterday. Shout out to Max, man. Dalvin Tomlinson that's crazy. I'm not paying that. $14.2 million, Max, a season. He is nowhere near worth that. Ooh. Shout out to OLV, OakLosVegas. Yes, sir. Shout out to my boy Shane. We talked about this yesterday. I would definitely look at him as an option if you can get rid of one of your maybe later rounds to go get later round picks to go get Matt Corral. I would love it. Huge fan of his work in college. Not against that. But I'm also starting to warm up to the idea. Shout out to Wasted. He put a great article up on PlanetRaiders.com about potentially going out and getting Stetson Bennett as a backup later on in the draft. That's a guy that I'm definitely keeping an eye on. A winner. Jimmy G is a winner. I know he had a defense around him and all that other stuff. He's a winner, proven winner. Go out and get another one. Get some winners. Get some guys with some winning pedigrees on this roster. We got to wait and see. I don't know. Does anyone know what Jacoby actual cap hit is this year? I don't think that's came out yet. I'm actually waiting to go on over the cap and spot track to kind of see where we are. But we're going to free up some more money, though. We're going to free up some more money. We have so many other guys that we can restructure. We can also get rid of Bilal Nichols. I think that saved us about another $3 million. We're going to get active here. But I don't know. I do not know. I believe we had $23 million, $24 million at the beginning of today. So with $11 million a season going to Jacoby Myers, I don't know how much of that is going to be hitting the cap this season. I don't know yet. Everyone's saying that Lamar is going off. What is Lamar doing? He's on Twitter tweaking? Let me see. Let's see what Lamar, what's Jack talking about? Oh, he's over here saying everything's cap. Rightfully so, man. It says 22 right now. Yes, there's plenty of contracts, Hector, that we can restructure. So Max already restructured. I think that saved us about $7 to $8 million, allowing us to go out and make some of these moves. We can restructure Devontae Adams' deal, free up some money. Restructure Colton Miller's deal, free up some money. There's definitely some other guys. I do not want to touch Chandler Jones' contract at all because once we get that guaranteed money out of here, we can move on from him. You know what I'm saying? But if we wanted to, we could do that. But there's a lot of guys where we can still free up a lot more money. According to Spot Track, we have $12.6 million left. And to be honest, Corrigan, that right there, a pay for the draft. That right there, completely pay for the draft. Chloe, give me that sock. Is this yours, Grams?
Okay, you can come back in my room.
Corrigan, that literally pays for the draft right there. Do we though, Ray? Do we? I mean, we got Muti coming back. You know what I mean? He could be that guard, that right guard. We got Donald. Parham. Look, I just woke up, you guys. We got Parham coming back, left guard. There's two guards right there. Mumford can still play at right guard if need be. I think we're okay at guard. You know what I mean? We Heron at right tackle. Mumford can play at right guard and right tackle. You know what I'm saying? We brought back Brandon Parker. I know we don't want to talk about that, but I think we're going to be okay. And we'll still draft someone. Let me see. Yeah, Jets getting Alan Lazard. They're trying to go all in for Aaron Rodgers right now. Yeah, make it happen. We played well. With our O-line. This is facts. Yeah, man. The AIDS guy is in full effect in the chat. So we're going to rely on all rookies to turn around this defense. I'm looking at it like this. when Seattle went young on the defensive side of the ball, when they were drafting all those guys, you know what I mean? Jermaine Illuminor is a free agent right now, though, Ray, but he looked good for us last year. He did. Seattle, they built that defense up in the draft. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, the Legion of Boom, right? New England, year in and year out, they kind of sprinkle in some veterans with a lot of young guys that they draft. I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that. I want to get young on the defensive side of the ball. I don't want to be that old defense that's out there trying to stop Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, and Justin Herbert. Like, there's no way. We need some young guys, some speedy guys, some guys with some athleticism that's not, on the back end of their career. We need some young guys. Let me see. Top. I definitely am, bro. I definitely am. I got you. I need to create Dom. I got you too. I need to create some mods. South of Patrick B. Do you trade back at 7 or take a player? I think best DT available. Big drop after the top 3 DTs in the draft. I agree. Get a monster in the middle. If Jalen Carter is there, you stay there. You take him. There you go. You got your all-pro defensive tackle of the future at 7. If not, if he's gone off the board, if Arizona or Seattle decides on taking him, even though Seattle, went out and paid the young stud from Denver, paid him a lot of money too. Shit ton of money. If Seattle and Arizona passes up on Jalen Carter, you might be able to stay at 7 and get him. You know what I mean? Maybe even Tyree Wilson or Will Anderson Jr. from Alabama. They're edge rushers, but I mean, it still helps the defensive line. But if Jalen's not there at 7, I'm moving back. I'm trading back to the middle of the first round, and I'm grabbing Cansey out of Pittsburgh. Definitely am. My dog is bothering the shit out of me. But we definitely need a defensive tackle, Pat. This is facts. Shout out to my dog on a 20-piece special. Docs, we don't want a makeshift O-line again, though. Well, you don't want to overpay offensive linemen in free agency. You know what I'm saying, bro? Did you see what Mike McGlinchey got with Denver? Unheard of amount of money. These offensive linemen are getting paid crazy. Ben Powers contract, these guys are getting paid a lot of money. We have way too many holes to be trying to spend that kind of money on O-line in free agency. There's no way. There's no way. It's just not going to happen. So you attack the draft. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think our O-line is good right now. I think we'll even get better in the draft. We'll probably target another guard, another tackle. We'll beef up the O-line a little bit more. But I am a firm believer in Carmen Bursillo. The way he worked wonders with that O-line last year, I think it's only going to get better this year. So I love Muti. I love Heron. There's 2 guys that we have not even gotten a chance to see yet, you guys. I think the O-line is going to be fine. Yeah, the O-line market is crazy. And we're not playing those games. We're not playing those games. We're not setting the market. We're allowing the market to come to us. Shout out to the 815 people in the building, man. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet. And also, wipe them feet, meaning hit them thumbs up. Can we still get Poyer? Yes, Josh, we definitely can. I don't know if that's the focal point now after going out and getting Marcus Epps. He's going to be our starting strong safety. We're paying him starter money. 2 years, $12 million, $6 million a year. That's starter money. I think Marcus Epps starts for us. I don't know if this regime, they said all the right things about Merrick. In one of their last interviews, they're excited about him and blah, blah. I don't know how true that is. If they're still sold on Merrick, our young guy at TCU, cool. But I can still see him going out and getting Poyer. Definitely. I know Poyer is 32, Walt. I know that. But he was still a Pro Bowler last year and an All-Pro the year before. Still playing at a very high level. Shout out to everybody here in the building. Gilmore is not a free agent, and Gilmore has 1 more year on his deal in Indy. But Bradbury is definitely still an option. We're just going to have to free up some cap space at this point. I don't know. I don't think that they want to pay a corner in this free agency period. I don't think they do. You guys, I don't think you understand how deep this DB class is this season, this year in the draft. It is insanely deep. The cornerback position, you're going to be finding starters in potentially the later rounds. This corner room, this corner class is insane. It is insane, bro. Insane. So I'm cool. Like if you go get Marcus Epps and you have Merritt coming back and that's your starting safeties, I'm cool because I know Hobbs is going to get moved right back into the slot, and I know that we could potentially go out and draft two guys that can start on the outside for us. This is a deep DB class. It's insane. I don't remember a corner class this deep in a long time. Yeah, Richard. I wouldn't be mad if we double dipped and went back to back for corners. I wouldn't be mad. I would not be upset. Raider LT says Slay. Not trading for him, man. I'm not trading for Slay. I'm not giving up any draft capital for an older cornerback. It's just not going to happen. At that point, just go get Bradbury. There's no reason to even give up any draft capital for an aging corner when there's so many young ones in this year's draft. Let me see. I like the Myers and Jimmy G signings, but hey, I am too. I'm excited about them. I'm hyped. I am hyped. I love it. I love it, Black Sales. Shout out to my dog, Black Sales. Me personally, I want Witherspoon or Gonzalez at 7. Well, I'm thinking Detroit still takes one of those guys before us. Where's Detroit at 6? Are they at 6? I think they're gonna get a corner. I know they went and got Cam Sutton yesterday, but I think they're still gonna go get another guy. But I don't know. I don't want to take a corner at 7. I'd rather trade back. Renfro in the 3rd for Slate. Nah, bro. Nah, we got to get younger. We got to get younger, man. And I'm not giving up a 3rd rounder for Slay. Period. I'm not doing that. I think you're giving up way too much, Mondo. At that point, Renfro and a 3rd for an aging Darius Slay. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I won't even give up a 3rd for Slay because you're taking on that contract and you're giving up a 3rd round pick where you could potentially draft a starting corner in the 3rd in this draft anyway. James, scary going all defense in the draft. Too young, mistake prone. Man, this is a young league now, James. It's a young league, bro. It is. I get it. I know it's a little nerve-wracking thinking that you're going to have so many starters, really, really young on the defensive side of the ball. Man, it is what it is. That's all Patrick Graham. That man needs to make sure he unlocks whatever he needs to unlock out of these young guys when they go out there. When we're still going to have some veterans sprinkled in, James. You still got Chandler Jones, Max Crosby. You know what I mean? You've got Nate Hobbs in his 3rd year now, I believe, 3rd, 4th year, 3rd year. We're going to have some guys sprinkled in, some seasoned vets. You know what I mean? It's not going to be completely young. We'll probably go get a linebacker in free agency as well. Probably, even if Denzel comes back, that's a 30-year-old linebacker right there. That's another guy that can bring some seasoned veteran leadership. You know what I mean? So it's not going to be completely young. You want young corners. You want young corners. These receivers are insanely fast now these days, you guys. Insanely fast. Like, it's scary, spooky fast. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be prepared for that. I'm good with going young at corner. I am. And linebacker. You want some young linebackers too. Can we finally get a young guy that can run with Travis Kelce or you know what I mean? Or run with one of the, run with these specimen of the Kyle Pittses of the world? Like, can we? I want a young linebacker is what we need. Some young linebackers and some young corners. Shout out to Primos. Lamar turned down 3 years, $133 million fully guaranteed money. And people wanted the Raiders to pay him. I'm like, Jimmy G. I like the Jimmy G signing him more because the Raiders could have done worse. This is facts. For St. Jude, shout out to my dog Primos, man. Primos, my boy. If you guys aren't subscribed to his channel yet, man, make sure you guys subscribe to our brother Raider Primo. Shout out to Raider Lux. Also, you guys subscribe to our brother Black Sales as well, man. Sports Talk. You know what I mean? He has a YouTube channel as well. He's trying to run them numbers up. If you guys get a chance, man, go support one of our other brothers, Black Sales. He's also writing for Planet Raiders as well, one of our own. Shout out to Raider Lux. Draft the QB that falls to us. Richardson, Levis is the best situation, both to learn behind Jimmy. With Jimmy G's history, we need a strong QB too. I feel like I think like the odds of us drafting a quarterback early now are over with, Lux. I think I'll be looking at Hendon Hooker in a second. I'll be looking at Hendon, one of those guys, potentially Stetson Bennett, a little later. I don't know if we're going to use that draft pick on a quarterback now. Someone that probably won't even see the field this season. We need defensive help immediately. But I agree with you, man. It is kind of spooky having Jimmy G at the helm as QB1 with him not being able to stay healthy, not be durable enough. It is scary. But I look, I want to spend that number 7 pick, or if we trade back on defense. Defense. You can always get a guy in the later rounds. Like I said, Stetson Bennett, DTR to UCLA will probably be available later on. There's still guys that you can potentially bring in and groom. So I'm cool with that. Schefter tweet. What did Schefter tweet? Let me see. Schefter tweeted, Packers veteran free agent Mercedes Lewis, who spent the past 5 seasons, has drawn interest from the Jets, Raiders. Okay. Veteran Mercedes Lewis. The Jets look desperate, bruh. The Jets look desperate right now. That shit is crazy. They're trying to go out and get Alan Lazard, Randall Cobb, Mercedes Lewis. Damn, the Jets look insane. They look like that girl. Whoever had that girl on the first date, right? She's like, so what are we doing? Like, what do you mean, what are we doing? What are we? That's the Jets today. That's the Jets. What are we? So what are we doing? Y'all look crazy, man. Myers' value is better than Renfro's. Agreed. Also, Renfro's contract is not guaranteed until Friday, so I think he may be on his way out. DM, this is facts. He may be. And guess what? Cool. More draft capital for defense. I'm cool with that. Shout out to my dog, Larry DM. Shout out to James. My boy, thanks for being on, Graph Nation. Appreciate you, and I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you a lot, man. Shout out to my guys. Yeah, it looks like we're interested in bringing in Mercedes Lewis. Thought we were desperate. Shit, the Jets look insane. This shit's crazy. Let me see. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Almost 900 deep in the chat. But so far, we brought back Brandon Parker. We re-signed Muti. Marcus Epps, strong safety from Philly. Brought back Brandon Faison after 1 year in Indy as a rotational piece out there at the cornerback position. We still got plenty of time, you guys, to build this roster up. Still plenty of time. Plenty of time. Franchise tag Josh Jacobs. I know that these guys are probably still working with him to figure out that situation as well. Let me see. Yeah, they're desperate. The Jets look crazy. Let me see. Jermaine, I'm not against that. I definitely use Hunter Renfrow as a bargaining chip to move up to 3. Definitely. Shout out to Black Sales. Do you think we use Renfrow in a used deal to move up? Yeah, I can see that. If that's what these guys want to do. If they still want to go get their quarterback of the future. In which I don't know. I don't know if that's what they want to do now. I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if we moved up to 3 and picked up Jalen Carter. Would you guys be upset if we traded some draft capital and moved up to 3 to go get Jalen Carter, the defensive tackle of the future? I wouldn't be upset about that now. You already got your QB1 this year. But I would definitely think about that. Mercedes Lewis has interest. Jets and Raiders. I want to see what Mercedes Lewis's contract. Let's see. Mercedes. I know he's up there in age, but I want to see 6'6", 38 years old. Holy fuck. Last year, 6 receptions, 66 yards, 2 TDs. 2021, 23 receptions, 214 yards, no TDs. 38 years old. Yeah, bro. You're going to have to let old man River just go keep it moving, man. Keep it moving, man. Keep it moving, man. Keep it moving. We just brought back Jesper Horsted. Go draft a tight end. There's a lot of tight ends in this draft as well. There's no reason to go out and get Mercedes Lewis. I know he's a blocking tight end. He'll definitely help that right side. But damn, bro, at 38 years old, you're going to go get a blocking tight end? Where's Lee Smith when you need him? Where's Lee Smith when you need him? I know he retired, but no, I know he's a great blocking tight end. I know that. But I still want a tight end that can get it done on both sides. Like, damn, bro, that's crazy. Like, running game tight. Yeah, facts. He's a blocking tight end. Yeah. Jared Cook is not a blocking tight end like Mercedes Lewis, though. He's more of a, receiving guy. Kuntz, Hooker, and Jimmy G. Sounds about right to me, Wayne. Sound like Jimmy G. I have a field day in Las Vegas with that. No, definitely a great blocker. Definitely. You know what, though? You know what? The great one? I'm actually cool with that. Thinking about it, thinking about how good Mercedes Lewis is at blocking, and he can help that right side chip away. I'm not against it. I mean, I would like to have another young tight end, behind Waller. Because then what happens if Waller goes down like he always does? You have an old 38-year-old Mercedes Lewis blocking tight end and Jesper Horsted. Shout out to Max, man. Davis Allen, tight end from Clemson, is nice. Reminds me of Kittle, huh? Max, I got to do my homework on him. Remind you of Kittle? Let me look him up. To remind you of Kittle. Shit. Kittle gets it done on both sides, block and receiving. 6'5", 250. Okay. I'm going to do some more homework on him, Max. Shout out to my dog, Max. Shout out to O as well. Docs, I think even if Carter falls to us, we might pass because of the so-called Patriots way. Would you be mad if they do? Because there's not a lot of drama. Well, you mean the drama that's surrounded around Jalen Carter. For those who don't know, the situation that happened with Jalen Carter, it sounds as though they were racing or something. There was 2 people that passed away, former teammate, another girl that actually worked for the team. And then the other day, I believe he was pulled over again because of speeding. So we said this yesterday. Josh Jacobs did the same thing, crashed at the airport. Nate Hobbs did the same thing, fell asleep in the car at the casino, and you know what I mean, and the speed and stuff. At the end of the day, we didn't really hear anything back from that again, right? Nothing really came from that. If it's just these 2 situations, and these guys wrap their arms around him and say, "We believe in you. We need you to get your shit together in order to make it the next level." Look, I'm all for bringing in Jalen Carter, but is there a world where I can see them pass on him? It depends on who's still there available at 7. That's it. If there's a guy like Anthony Richardson that's a polarizing figure right now available at 7, then you have to think about it, right? If Jalen is still on the board. But like I don't really know. There's no other defensive guy on this in this draft where I'm like, you can pass up on Jalen Carter to go get him. If Jalen's there at 7, just go get him. I love it, Black Sunday. I love the pickup. I think this is great. We have a certified wide receiver 2 now, not like a Band-Aid Mac Hollins type situation. Jacoby Myers knows what's expected of him in this system. The route running, the precision. I am very fired up for the Jacoby Myers pickup. That's when I woke up this morning and seen that we assigned him. I instantly jumped on the live because I was really, really hyped about it. Love the pickup, especially for the money. $11 million a year. 3 year, $33 million deal, I believe. 22, somewhere around there guaranteed. I'm cool with that. Shout out to Lump. Trade back, grab Van Ness if he's there. Hooker in the 2nd. If not, Van Ness can take Campbell in the 3rd. He's not there. A DB, take Laporta, solid tight end in the 4th. I'm seeing a lot of Laporta in the chat today as well. Don't draft Ohio State corners. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that at all. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Not doing that at all. We see what happened with that. Detroit struggling with the Ohio State Buckeye DB. We did it with Gary and Conley. We did it with Damon Arnett. I agree with you, Lump. I agree with you, bro. And Van Ness is another sneaky name. Shout out to Black Sales. Put up an article on PlanetRaiders.com about Van Ness. Go check that out, Lump, if you get a chance to. What's the player you want to fill in for the right tackle position? And do we go after that guard from the Eagles, Isaac S., man? I always butcher his last name, so I don't want to say it like that. No. Look, I'm not going after any guard in free agency. I'm not trying to trade for any other guard. Me personally, I'm giving the reins to Muti. I want to see what Muti can do. At the guard position. Right tackle, that's still up in the air. We got a full draft coming up. I don't know if, they go get the big fella from Ohio State potentially in the second round. I don't know if he's there. You know what I mean? But at this point, I think they're running with Herron. I think that they have a plan with Herron. People tend to forget that we traded for him last year with New England. I think the plan is to have Herron at right tackle. Mumford can be that guy, that can play right guard and right tackle. And then Brandon Parker's back as a utility piece on the line. So I think it's going to, me personally, Black Sales, and I could be totally wrong. I think it's Herron and Muti on the right side. And then to think about this, if you do go out and get a Mercedes Lewis, a blocking tight end that can help that right side, I think would be great. Shout out to James. Carter's young. He will learn from this. There you go. We've all done some dumb shit, James, at that age, man. So I agree with you, bro. Right tackle Isaiah Wynn. I'm good up Tyson off Isaiah Wynn. I'm not a huge fan of him. Muti's going to be a stud. I agree. DeJuan Jones is excellent. Facts. You can't teach those measurables either. I believe in Muti as well, Jonathan. Facts. Wipe them feet, you guys. Hit them thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. Let's see. Is there anything else going on right now in free agency? I'm waiting to see what Tennessee does here shortly. I know they're probably going to move on from Derrick Henry. Man, shout out to Paul. Whole year, no alcohol, man. I respect that, man. Raiders want to add a linebacker. Drew Tranquill. That's what scouts putting out there. Tranquill. Let me see. Yeah, Jimmy G's about to have so many offensive weapons right now. It's sickening. Remember this too, you guys. Jacoby, right? Jacoby Myers, that is, had a career year with Mac Jones at the quarterback spot under Josh McDaniels. A lot of short passes, a lot of intermediate passes, because Josh McDaniels was trying to eliminate potential turnovers with Mac Jones in his rookie season. He didn't want to start he didn't want him to start living in his head. You know what I mean? When you're young, you turn the ball over a lot. It's hard to get out of that headspace. He's used to those quick passes, those short passes. That's going to be Jimmy G's bread and butter. Jimmy G's not going to go out there and fling the ball all over the place. He doesn't have that arm to throw the ball, all over the place. He is a guy that's going to fit perfectly in this system. Short passes, get the ball, boom, yards after the catch. You know what I mean? I love the pickup. Who is our backup quarterback going to be? I don't see Jimmy G staying healthy. That's a good question right now, Bully Face. I don't know at this point, bro. I really don't. I don't know if it's going to be in the draft with Stetson Bennett or a Hendon Hooker. And I'm not against either one of them. Or it could be another guy that we go get in free agency. I don't know. Stay tuned for that, brother. But I'm assuming we go get one in the a rookie to develop in the draft. Shout out to Josh. People forget about Tunsil. Carter will be fine. Yeah, man. Tunsil was smoking a whole gas mask on Instagram Live or some shit. So, yeah, you ain't never lied, Josh. Shout out to my boy Josh. Shout out to Big Shane. With us most likely losing Morrow, what do you think of Dalton Kincaid out of Utah? Not sure where he's rated, but he's a big dude with some talent. I got to do more homework on him, Big Shane. Me personally, I liked it. And I'm not saying it because of the name. I like Kuntz out of Old Dominion. The measurables, he'll be a later round pick. Me personally, I'm going with that. But I'm going to do some more homework on some of these tight ends in this draft. We still got some time. I love Washington from Georgia, but he'll be gone in the first 2 rounds. So there's no way in hell we get him. Let me see. I'm going to look up his measurables real quick. Let me see. Seen his name a lot. 6'4", 23 years old. Let me see. 11 touchdowns, starting 3 of 12 games. That could be a sneaky guy. Honorable mention, all Pac-12 selection in 2021. That could be a sneaky name right there, Shane. Thank you for giving me another guy for me to do my homework on. Raider Houston, he said, Kincaid killed South Carolina this year. He's a beast. He'll be available kind of in that later rounds too. Him, Old Dominion tight end. There's going to be a lot of guys. Kuntz. I just like to say Kuntz, man. I know it's probably Kuntz, but I'm going to say Kuntz. Oh, USC. There you go, Houston. My bad. I thought you meant South Carolina. Duh. But yeah, come on. What do we do with for Renfrow if we trade him? Or what do we get for Renfrow if we trade him? I'm assuming you're trying to trade up to that 3 spot, Joe. That's what I'm assuming. You know what I mean? You get rid of him, get that money off the books and try and trade up to 3 with Arizona. And maybe they'll bite on it. But if not, I'd be happy with a top 100 pick for Hunter Renfrow. If we can get anywhere from a 3rd round on down for Hunter Renfrow, I would love it. If we can get a 3rd round pick for Hunter Renfrow, I would take it right now. That money's off the books, and you get a 3rd round guy, potentially defense, where you could build this up even more. Lucky Tutu's a dog too. We talked about him a lot. Let me see. Yeah, you're not getting the 1st round pick for Hunter Renfrow, you guys. You probably not going to get a 2nd either. Totally real with you. Yes, Serene. I understand that, but Chase Claypool is a wide receiver with a tight end body, plays on the outside. He's not, Hunter's a slot guy that's had concussion after concussion after concussion and fumbleitis. You know what I mean? So I don't see you getting a 2nd round pick for Hunter Renfrow. He's small. He's the durability starting to catch up with him, and the fumbles are, I think, 11 in his career. So you're not getting the same that you would get for Chase Claypool. Maybe I'm Notre Dame biased and I just love Chase Claypool. Maybe I overvalue him, but yeah. And then you have to take into account his contract. No one's giving you a 2nd round pick for that contract. Chase is still on a rookie deal, I believe, right? Isn't he still on a rookie deal? Or just about to get paid? Let me see. That money is a factor, man. That money is definitely a factor. Yeah, Austin, I think a 3rd sounds about right. 3rd or 4th round guy, a pick for Renfrow. I'm here for it. Jermaine, that's what I love about Jacoby Myers. The guy can play in the slot most of the time for you. He can kick outside. This is a guy you're going to get. He's going to be all over the field for you. As long as you don't have him playing at quarterback, I'm cool with it. I love the pickup. I want to say Chase is Claypool is a bust. Look, you can't say that, man. He's had some big games in his NFL career so far. He has not broken out yet, but I think he will now with Justin Fields and DJ Moore and Cole Kmet over there in Chicago. I think Claypool's on his way to turning up. Waller's not going anywhere. Well, it's apparent that this regime is in love with Darren Waller, so I don't think he's going anywhere. Warren Sapp failed due to a failed drug test like Jalen Carter. Another projected number 1 overall defensive tackle falling in the draft. Hopefully we can get him. Talk that shit, Junior. Talk that falling down the board shit. Let's go. Love it. Jalen Carter at 7, y'all. Who disagrees? Yeah, he played good with Pittsburgh. Marvin Mims is another guy that's rising up draft boards. Austin, another guy. Marvin Mims kind of blew the doors off of the combine as well a little bit, right? Fast as shit. Oklahoma. Marvin Mims, I believe. I want to see his 40. What is his 40? Oh, he's from where I live at too. That's dope. Frisco, Texas. I want to see what his 40 was. He ran a. This shit's taking forever to come up. Shout out to Anthony, man. Once again, my dog. Can I get I get the potential upside with Jimmy G, his relationship with Coach McDaniels, and the short intermediate stuff. But how does that affect Tay and his dynamic ability down the field? Let's do this, right? And this is no shade towards Aaron Rodgers, but his arm strength is starting to catch up to him as well. And you know what I mean? Let's not act as though he was. I mean, and he'll still throw some bombs here and there, but he wasn't throwing pills 60 yards, 70 yards up the field. You know, that last season when Devontae was out there in Green Bay. You know what I mean? So, 4.38. There you go. Damn, that's crazy. So you know what I mean? Let's just keep it a buck. Like, I think Devontae is a great great receiver all across the board. It doesn't really matter to me who's at quarterback. Look what he did with Stidham in his first game as a starter. You know what I mean? Devontae is going to eat regardless. And I'm not worried about Devontae, man. Like, this dude is one of the greatest route runners in the NFL. He's going to get the ball. The yards after the catch are going to be there. I'm telling you now, and do not worry about the downfield stuff. Devontae is going to eat regardless. I'm telling you this now. And Josh McDaniels has an offensive mind good enough to where he's gonna scheme him open. He'll get him open. Don't worry about it. Do not worry about it. I'm telling you now. Don't worry about those deep bombs. And I don't think Devontae's gonna cry about that. I really don't. Devontae is such a team player, a guy that wants to win for the team that he grew up loving. But yeah, you're not probably gonna see too many of those deep balls. I'm telling you that now. That's not Jimmy G's game. There's a reason Jimmy G has, I believe, like over 90% QB rating or passer rating in his career. You know what I mean? He's kind of a dink and dunk kind of guy. You know what I mean? So we're not looking for him to go downfield like that. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. Elite says they will throw deep on play action just like they did last season. Talk that shit, Elite. Talk that shit, Elite. So, Eric, okay, Brandon Parker's 1-year deal was 1.5 mil. Yeah, smart with the ball. Eliminate the turnovers. Let me see. Let me look that up. I actually looked it up yesterday. I think Jimmy G is really good in red zone situation. Red zone stats. Let me see. Patrick Mahomes, of course, he's number one. Where's Jimmy G? Well, he didn't play in a lot of games last season, so I don't know how. They got Derek Carr at 26 on fantasypros.com. They have Jimmy G at 19. But I don't know. I'm not going to go by that. Let me see. Yeah. But you got to remember, too, Jimmy G didn't play a lot last season. Let me see. I'm going to do more homework on that. Oh, his career red zone, 101.0 passer rating. Let's go. Let's go. I was going to do a full breakdown on Garoppolo's red zone efficiency, man. Dosh, do you think Epps is Jonathan Abrams 2.0? I think that he's going to be who he was supposed to be. Marcus Epps, you guys, is not great in coverage. He is not a safety. I'm telling you that now. He's a strong safety that is really good against the run. He's a thumper, but he's not a cover guy. If you guys watch the Super Bowl, Kelsey got the best of him, but who the fuck does Kelsey not get the best of? But I think Marcus Epps is who Jonathan Abrams thought he was. Maybe I'm giving him a little too much credit, but I do believe Marcus Epps is an upgrade over Jonathan Abrams. Not 2.0, but better than him. Plays the run really well. Not great in coverage. You know what I mean? Still young. You know what I mean? So we can grow with us. But yeah, thumper, plays the run really well. Not really going to get it done for you in coverage like that at all, though. Love some of his tape, though. Yes, Jermaine, this is the year we need to go get a sideline linebacker. Agreed. We need to get one of those guys that can sideline to sideline, quick, fast, young. I agree with you, Jermaine. This is the draft. You got to go get one. Graham says we went from a Graham is crazy. We went from a preacher to a porn star. Sin City is real. Talk that shit, bro. Yeah, Abram might be out the league here shortly. Clint, that's real talk. Big Surge in the building. Chris is Kaiser 20 or Kazir. Is how you say it? 26, and he can do that. We're definitely looking at the Chargers right now in their LB room in free agency. I'll tell you that. Kazir White, Drew Tranquil. Arkansas boy, man. Telling you. Austin is overshown out of Texas in the second or third round. Not against that either. Yes, Samuel, guaranteed. We're definitely doing our due diligence on a linebacker position in the draft. Whether that's Drew Sanders, Noah Sewell, Jack Campbell, you know what I mean, Demarion Overshown, you know what I mean, out of Texas. There's so many, you know, there's a good 7 to 8 linebackers that I really, really covet in this draft, and I'm hoping that we get one of them. Maybe 2 of them potentially. Shout out to Junior. Also expect more QB sneaks. Jimmy G is good at that. Talk that shit, bro. I don't know how much I want him to run the ball, though, with, you know, that broken ankle and the durability issues, but I agree with you. But I think they'll protect him. 2-2 also, Corrigan, yep, at Alabama. Another guy, Williams, too, out of Tulane to keep an eye on. Let me see. Happy that anyone else is under center now. Talk that shit, James. Talk it. Yeah, my boy right there, Austin, Dorian Williams. Telling you. Another guy to keep an eye on. Yeah, man. Wipe them feet, you guys. Hit them thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, hit that subscribe button. Also, OakLosVegas.com for the drip. I just put up some new merch, you guys. Check it out, man. Let me know what you guys think about it. Shout out to everybody that went on the website and purchased gear yesterday. I salute every single one of you guys. We are well over 1,000 orders now on OakLosVegas.com, and it is because of you guys. Thank you so much for supporting everything that we do. And also, I've been kind of hinting at some things. We're going to be dropping a huge haymaker here shortly. I have something new that I think the nation is going to love, something that's way outside the box that I don't think anybody that does what I do, at least, has done this. I'm going to be dropping a new product here shortly that is really, really different. And I think that something that everybody can utilize in the nation. Keep an eye out on that. I'm telling you right now, hopefully in the next week or so, I can drop the news. We're just waiting for our lawyer to give us the go, and we're going to drop it. So stay tuned for that. Yeah, William. I like Jacoby Meyer and Jimmy G's contracts. Bro, they're both 2 phenomenal contracts. Yes. And they went back to 2 coaches or to a coach that can unlock the best out of them. Tartan, I would love, bro, if we can somehow, some way still get CJ Stroud, which we won't, dog. Look, I don't care who's teaching him. CJ Stroud, to me, is going to be a superstar. To me, it's going to be a superstar. So if we still somehow, some way ended up with him, dog, please, 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 please. Raiders guy, he's okay, man. He was throwing up again last night. We got him in. I put him in the bed. We're going to do a Shillmore show last night. I felt bad. I had to tell my brothers I couldn't do it, but I just sat in the bed with my son and watched Monday Night Raw and watched the Kings game. You know what I mean? But he's feeling a lot better today. He's feeling a lot better today. Shout out to Joe, man. What are we going to do at corner? Faison is going to be depth. Yeah, we're going to draft some, Joe. I just got done talking about that. This is a deep class at the cornerback position. We are definitely going to attack the corner spot in this draft. Probably get a couple corners, potentially 3 in this draft. So stay tuned for that, my brother. Shout out to Joe, man. I appreciate you, Jonathan. Thank you so much, brother. I think you're gonna like it a lot. I think you're gonna like it a lot, man. Yes, we definitely got him some ginger ale, brother. Yes, sir. Shout out to you. That is the greatest default picture in the history of YouTube. Shout out to SinCal, man, or Central, man. Docs, can I get some prayer? My niece just overdosed on time trying to. Oh my God, man. Prayers, Central. Prayers, brother. Oh my God, man. I hate to hear shit like that, brother. Prayers to you, man. Everybody put them prayer hands up in the comment section for our brother Central, man. God, man. I hate to see shit like that, bro. Man. Man. That shit is crazy, bro. Yeah, man. Thank you, everybody putting up those hands, man. I love it, man. I love it. There we go. Taking care of our brother, man. Could get 2 of the top 10 corners. J-Bud, this is facts. Easily. Easily. Especially if you trade back in the first from 7 to the middle of the first. John Leon. Darian Butler, Arizona State, UDFA that we had last year. Luke Masterson out of Wake Forest, another UDFA is under contract. Divine Diablo still under contract. I mean, outside of that, I mean, it's just pretty much just fillers. I don't even. Denzel's a free agent. I think that's pretty much all we have right there at the linebacker spot right now. To be real, a bunch of UDFAs and a former 3rd round pick out of Virginia Tech. Fly guy. What I take from this is a veteran presence that can help that O-line block on the right side. That's what I think. I'm looking at it from a standpoint of they're looking at the offensive line. They're saying Mercedes Lewis is a great blocking tight end. He can definitely help that right side. You know what's funny, Clint? I thought that. I really did, bro. I thought about that in my head, right? You technically can't sign until tomorrow. And I thought, wouldn't that be some shit? Such a Raider move if we found out that, you know what I'm saying? Like A-Rod still wanted to be a Raider and then we moved on. We got up under that Jimmy G contract and left that. That'd be some chaos, man. That would be some chaos, man. Crazy. Central, bro. It's love, man. It's love. Trust me, it's love, bro. It's someone, man. My brother killed himself. My little brother. You know what I'm saying? One of my best friends that I called my brother overdosed. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, another one of my best friends growing up actually hung himself as well. So I don't take kindly to that kind of stuff, man. So I'm gonna say an extra prayer for you today, brother. For real, man. I'm hoping you and your family, bro, you know, man, prayers and strength to you guys, man. Let me see. If Paul says he's a baller, I'll put in the time. Facts. Paul spoke highly of Anthony. Real talk. Spoke highly of him. I'm definitely doing my homework on Anthony as well, out of Vanderbilt. Vandy boy. Hey, Ostrich, do you want to do this? We can do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. I love doing shit like this. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. Undrafted, Miles Austin, career stats, 348 receptions, 5,049 yards, 36 touchdown receptions, 14.5 yards per reception. Victor Cruz, undrafted, 264 receptions, 3,963 yards, 24 touchdown receptions, 15 yards per reception. Wayne Corbett, Jets, undrafted, career stats, 580 receptions, 7,365 yards, 41 touchdown receptions, 12.7 yards per reception. Let's do another one. Let's do another. Wes Welker, undrafted, 890 receptions, 9,882 yards, 50 touchdown receptions, 11 yards per reception. And let's do another NFL great. Rod Smith, undrafted wide receiver, 849 receptions, 11,389 yards, 68 touchdown receptions, 13.4 yards per reception. Have fun with that one, bro. Have fun with that, King. Yo, it's 800 family members in the chat. I only need 14 you guys to subscribe to get me to 100. Put the link in the chat, brother. He said crickets. Where you at, King? Man, I just wanted to present him with some facts. You know, I mean, that's it. I don't want to, beat him over the head, but do with that as you may. Shout out to my bruh. Love you too, bro. There you go, Ostrich. Have fun with this shit. Have fun, King. Edgar, man, I'm definitely gonna get my brother Ray to tape on soon. Definitely gonna get him on soon. And I think we're gonna do a show tonight, you guys. We'll probably end up doing a Shieldmore show, breaking down everything. It's slow motion right now. It's day 2, but we're gonna have some fun here. Shout out to Will, man. I appreciate you, bro. Just joined. Your channel was legit. Thank you so much. We need about 30 more subscribers, you guys, for 18K. Can we get there today? If you guys have not hit that subscribe button, share out the link, man. Let people know about us over here at the OakLosVegas Raiders Network. We need 30 more subscribers to get to 18K, man. It would be great to be able to hit that mark today, man. Shout out to everybody and shout out to Will, man. Welcome to the family, brother. Shout out to my brother Jason Hunter, man. Just saying, hey, bro, we have to meet up soon, bro. We have to meet up soon. You sent me your line on Twitter, I believe. I'm definitely going to call you. I'm going to call you this week. Let's get up and get a cigar, man. I definitely want to get up with you, bro. King 510. Stu will be on the show soon. He will be on the show soon. He's on vacation with his family. Let me see. But yeah, it's slow motion right now, you guys. I'm trying to see. Let me see if there's anything else going on. Nothing going on right now. Slow motion. Victor Fur tweeted out, Raiders have a little more over than $10 million in cap space remaining. Ian Rappaport, the sources, the Saints are expected to retain star wide receiver Michael Thomas on an incentive Latin 1-year deal to keep him in New Orleans for 2023. One of the best when healthy. Thomas sticks with the new quarterback, Derek Carr. That'd be great for him if he could stay healthy. That's a huge if, though. Aaron Rodgers has provided the New York Jets with a wish list of free agents he would like to target and acquire per sources. Yo, I'm kind of happy we didn't do this now, y'all. This is a little too much. It includes Randall Cobb, Alan Lazard, Mercedes Lewis, and Odell Beckham Jr. So the Jets are doing their homework on all these guys right now because Aaron Rodgers has is Garrett Wilson and these other guys not enough? You guys have, was it Breece Hall? You know what I'm saying? A great young running back. You have two great wide receivers, and you're having these guys go out and target all these. Why do you want Randall Cobb at this point? Alan Lazard, I get. That makes sense. But Randall Cobb and Mercedes Lewis, Odell makes total sense. I'm happy that we didn't get it. We didn't go in on the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes. This guy is doing too much. Apparently, we want Hoyer as well, you guys. He's a backup quarterback, but don't know if he still wants to play. Let me see. Seeing what else we got. That's crazy, man. That boy Aaron Rodgers, diva amongst divas. Like, that's crazy. He is the diva of all divas. Max, it's raining today here in LA. It's time for the autumn wind to start blowing. Shout out to my dog, Max. But yeah, man, shout out to you guys. Coming up on an hour and a half. I will pop back in when some more news breaks or some stuff is going on. I hate to leave with 800 people in the chat, but slow motion right now, you guys. Welcome to day 2 of the tampering period. There's going to be a lot more going on today. We did a 5-hour-long show yesterday. We will be back today to break down everything that's going on in the NFL. You already know how we do. I appreciate every single one of you guys for rocking with us, man. Shout out to Raider Jeff, man. Best Raiders show on the net. I appreciate you so much, brother. But we will be active all day long, you guys. You guys will be seeing me again here shortly. Shout out to you guys. Wipe them feet on the way out and hit that subscribe button. We will be covering everything Raiders related, everything free agency related. And also, I want you guys to know, like I said before, a majority of the proceeds this week will be going to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. So shout out to everybody that donated yesterday and today and moving forward for the rest of the week. We're doing it for a great cause, you guys. Shout out to you guys, man. Love y'all. I'm outro 1.